everybody. Welcome into the Fort Worth Christian Coaches Show, brought to you by our great friends with Aspire Chiropractic, where their job is to get you back to being your best. Today's show, we got a very special treat as we go through the volleyball program here at Fort Worth Christian School. I'm joined by Coach Morgan. Coach, good morning.
Yes.
Coach is brand new to the school this year, so Coach, as we're getting to know you, talk a little bit about yourself, where you came from, and how you came to Fort Worth Christian.
Sure. So I believe my hire date was July the 25th, which was really exciting. That was about 5 days before preseason started. So I was joking with everyone when I first started. I go, I think we're pretty good. Once I learn the girls' names, we'll be really even much better because I'll be able to communicate with them better. But I moved here about a year and a half ago. I came from the collegiate world where I was a college coach for about 8 years at all different levels. That took me across like 10 different states. And, God's got different plans in our life sometimes. And so he transitioned me out of college and I was out. And I didn't even know if I wanted to keep coaching. And later on, I learned that you just got to keep using your gifts that he gives you. But so I joined the NITET Sports Center right down the road, where I'm a co-director of a volleyball program. And then through a network of coaches, they called me up and said, hey, would you be interested in Fort Worth Christian? And I called Coach Smiley, and it just felt like a good fit, a good family, which is what I was really looking forward to come on. And so it's been awesome being part here of being a Cardinal. Originally from Alabama. And a small town called Wilmer. Okay. So I'm the middle girl of three, so I tend to say I was my dad's boy that he never kind of had. And then I attended college at Belhaven University. It's a Division III program in Jackson, Mississippi, where I majored in sports administration and minored in sports ministry, which was kind of a neat major. It was a faith-based school. And it's just kind of been a whirlwind of coming to Fort Worth and what I'm doing, and just really excited about all the different changes and the different paths that kind of God has me on now.
Well, we're excited to have you, Coach. So let's talk a little bit about the program. Obviously, you inherited a fairly good program, so let's bring your philosophy into it, and how are we going to take that program to the next level?
Anytime you get to inherit a varsity team that has 7 seniors on it, it's exciting and daunting at the same time. One, they're going to bring a lot of core experience to it, but at the same time, it's going to be hard to break any type of bad habits that they have in a short amount of time. But our leadership and the core of what we do is part of that 7 senior class. A lot of them have played the club volleyball outside, so that really helps to show what we're doing on the court as well. As far as our philosophies go, I'm kind of center pointed on 4 different points that the girls got in a fun PowerPoint presentation.
Great.
It was one, we're going to honor God in all that we do and put forth, and I'm very thankful being a faith-based coach to come to a place where that's very welcome to speak about, and previous stops, not so much. And so our second one, which is what we have really kind of been beaten into their heads and on the court, is to always give our best effort and attitude, because that's always something that you can control, whether it be in the court or in life type of thing. The third one is I want them to learn the keys for success, and that comes in their academics and in what they do on and off the court and in life, and of course in volleyball type of thing. And then the last one is we just engage in our community and service and the things that we're going to do. And so that last one we've got to do a little bit better job. But it has been a lot in the last month. So
Sure. Talk to me about some standouts and people also that are, the standouts are obvious, but let's look deeper into the bench and talk about some up-and-comers and maybe how those role players can contribute to the success of the Cardinals this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a roster of 12 young ladies on the varsity. Ideally, we'd like to try to get to 15, 16 in future years. It just gives us a little bit more depth. So we're really kind of tied in. We can't do a lot of different things. I call the little ones that just play all the back row my Oompa Loompas. And so we're really kind of nailed in. So some of the ones that just solidify everything that we're doing is one of our sophomores is Addison Batley. She is outside middle. We're playing her stitch rotations. And that is going to be kind of really where we keep on centering the program around for the future years to come. We're working on her leadership abilities in that role. In our senior class, we have a setter, Salone. She's got a dynamite of a serve, and so she's kind of a serving specialist for us and rattles off quite a few points.
Great.
And does setting in 3 of our rotations. And she shares that duty with one of our juniors that I think she got a lot of experience as a sophomore kind of coming up, and that's with Avery.
Great.
She's a setter. She's an outside. She's my hardest working kid. Hannah is just really the vocal leader of the team. She's just a great ball control kid, which you need in order to run those middles and such. One of the juniors I was happy to have 2 years with, that's Madison. Madison has just got a cannon of an arm. And it's a bomb coming your way.
Right.
I feel bad for those diggers that's got to dig that bomb. So a lot of great pieces there. I'm sure I'm leaving out a lot of different ones, but we've got a lot of what I call thugs. We've got a lot of power, and so sometimes your power can get you in trouble, make too many errors, but they're getting there. We're learning together is what I keep on emphasizing as we keep learning together. I told them, I'm adjusting too, ladies. This is my first time coaching high school and seeing and understanding taps, and so we're both learning and growing together, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Well, fantastic. So let's talk. We've had some early season success, a tournament win. So let's kind of go through that. Let's look at how we've succeeded. Let's also look at some setbacks that we have and need to improve on.
Yeah. So when I got the schedule, and I just want to give a shout out to Coach Wanda Shantz, who's our middle school coach. She did such a great job of kind of just being that step in, fill in. And I literally just got to walk in. They're like, here's everything that you need. And Wanda was just a great person. She's been here at Fort Worth Christian for many years. So, we're currently 17-5, which is a really nice start. Like you mentioned, we finished 4th place in the 2 tournaments with the 1st place finish last week. We're going into our last tournament this weekend at the Prince of Peace. And that was going to be our toughest one by far. It was pleasant to come into where TAPS put out the preseason poll that we were number 10 in the top 10 in the state. And this week is going to be the real test for us because we're going to be facing a couple of those teams within the top 10. And so along those lines is the girls told me that they wanted to get deeper into playoffs. They want to kind of be in that Final Four, and that's where they believe that their abilities lie. And so that's where I'm kind of holding them accountable because that's their goal, not mine. And so this weekend will be a good test to see kind of where we shake out and wrap up in those standings type of things. So some setbacks is we will play some of the larger public schools, and we learned a lot about ourselves, I think, when we went and played in a duel early in the season at Chisholm Trail and Timber Creek. Just being in their home, their environment, and realizing that teams are going to have to make you earn your points, and you're not always going to get a bunch of errors. And so getting put up against the wall, knowing how to react from that. But we've grown a lot since that time. So. Well,
fantastic. Coach, we're excited that you're here. We're excited for the district play to get underway, and we're excited to see some big wins. So, guys, if you hadn't had a chance to meet Coach Morgan, swing by and meet her. You can catch Cardinal volleyball action. Check out the schedule, and you can catch them in the Mitchell Gym. Coach, always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me today.
Thanks.